Wow, can you believe it? In just 17 days, the first cruise ship to leave an American port with paying passengers is set to sail. We have that update, plus Governor DeSantis and his case in federal court, and much more. Let's talk about all the latest news right now on Island Time. Hello and welcome back to Island Time, everybody. This is Derek. It is great to spend some time with you today, right here in the islands where we all want to be, and where some of us, including Island Time, will be in just less than 3 weeks now. It is crazy to think about. I know over the weekend, Amanda and I discussed how real it seems that cruising is returning, and how real it seems that we're starting to move past conversations of vaccine versus no vaccine and protocols to, hey, what do you want to do in Belize? What are we going to do in Cozumel? Hey, Mahogany Bay, are we just going to take the ski lift to the beach and lay there? I know if my family is like yours this weekend, we had so many discussions on ports and on dining options. Hey, are we going to eat the steakhouse the first night? It's the free bottle of wine. And going out of Galveston, Cheers doesn't start till day 2. Why not get the free bottle of wine? We had those discussions this weekend, and it felt so good. Let's talk about everything going on right now. We'll start in Florida. There's a lot going on in Florida, and let's just be clear with the case. The case is anchored, if I will. It's not going anywhere. We're waiting for the judge to judge. Governor DeSantis, who is a huge proponent of the cruise industry, he has helped cruise lines a lot, not just during COVID, but over the years. He's been a great governor and leader for cruise lines in Florida. But Governor DeSantis, as you probably are well aware, signed into law several weeks ago a bill signed into law saying that vaccine passports were illegal. Businesses could not ask for your vaccine passport, your vaccine card, in order to serve you in business. Okay. Now, some people may agree with that, of course. And where we stand with cruise lines is that cruise lines such as Carnival Cruise Line has now announced that you have to be vaccinated in order to cruise. And that includes the Carnival Horizon leaving out of Miami. And that includes the Mardi Gras leaving out of Port Canaveral. So it doesn't match. What Carnival has said and what Governor DeSantis is suing the CDC, the federal government, does not match. The case, the federal case, is in Tampa. They have tried everything they can do to mitigate the case. They have had closed-door discussions. The CDC and the state of Florida government can't agree to anything. The judge has announced that it's going to give the CDC more time to respond to the state of Florida. So we know that this is going to go well beyond the start date of the Carnival Horizon, July the 4th, and perhaps even the Mardi Gras, July 31st. We're at a standstill, okay? And I get so many questions every day. Do I think the cruises out of Florida in July will go? My answer is a big yes. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I have confidence in Governor DeSantis, the cruise supporter and the state economy supporter, to come through with some sort of resolution for cruise lines to cruise. Okay, we will keep you updated on that as we hear information, but that is the latest out of Florida. Okay, the latest on Carnival, 17 days away, the Carnival Vista will sail. It is unreal to think about, and you're really starting to see the preparations being made as John Hild goes live with cruise directors this week, and as the cruise directors themselves start to put out content on themselves and the crew. It is fantastic to see the crew getting ready, the ship getting ready. For those of you leaving on July the 3rd, your rooms are going to be ready when you get on board. It's going to be surreal. It's going to be emotional. We are so excited, and it's so exciting to see all the updates and the crew, the ships. We're getting to see things that we haven't seen in 15 months. And it's almost like it's a trap, because once I see these posts from our friends that we've made over the years that are back on the ships now, I want more. I want to see more, and that's exactly what we're seeing. We already know about vaccinations. I hope you have been vaccinated. And we know about exemptions as well. There is an exemption process that Carnival has announced. We've discussed it here. There's been some people that have already heard back from Carnival and their exemption has been denied. If that is one of you, I'm terribly sorry. We'll talk about another option here in just a little bit. And there's several people still holding on to faith. They've heard from Carnival that, hey, we've got your application. We're going to look it over. Let's see what happens, okay? I hope you get to cruise. I really, really do, okay? I think capacity levels will be up. You know, at first we thought it was going to be 50% capacity. It is not going to be 100% capacity, but it is going to be more than 50. Could it be 60 or 70? If you're traveling with kids, you want that number, that capacity number, to be higher, because remember, it's 5%, or as Carnival has shared, a little bit less than 5% is what Carnival is going to allow to cruise unvaccinated. So the higher the number of capacity, the more exemptions there will be granted, okay? It's exciting to see, you know, the cruise directors have been announced, the comedians are being announced, the alchemist, okay, Alchemy Bar have been announced. Carnival is really putting its money where its mouth is. And my grandfather used to say, if you want to see what's going on, follow the money. Follow the money here, okay? Carnival has invested in its crew. It has paid for its crew to fly in from all over the world. And they're paying their crew right now to work. So if you want to follow the money says that we're cruising next month. And that's what I'm going to believe happen. It is going to happen. Also, excursions are becoming available every day. I see a few more excursions on our cruises. We're on the Carnival Vista, of course, in July. We're also going to be on the Carnival Breeze. We were hoping for the Mardi Gras. We're going to see what happens on the 31st. We're still waiting on news out of Florida, just to make sure, but we are for sure we're going to be on 2 cruises at least, maybe up to 4 cruises just in July alone, and then all kinds of cruises through the rest of the year. For you families who have applied for an exemption and you've heard back and you did not get the news that you've received, or you're waiting and maybe you're not hopeful, there is another option. And that's what we're here for on Island Time, is to try to fill the gap where we see gaps in the community. And this is a gap that we see, okay? If you want to cruise in July with family and you are not given the exemption, here's the option, okay? And there's a caveat to it. It's leaving out of Florida on Royal Caribbean, okay? Royal Caribbean, of course, made their announcement, and we covered it, that cruises out of Florida will be unvaccinated cruises, okay? That goes in line with what Governor DeSantis wants, okay? And you would be okay with the lawsuit if it's in place, or if it's settled, you would still be okay. But let's look at Royal Caribbean, okay? The cruise operator announced that it will begin sailing in early July from Florida with both vaccinated passengers and unvaccinated passengers on the same ship, okay? Now, Royal Caribbean expects that most passengers, they think 90% of passengers will be vaccinated. I think that number is a little bit high, okay? Especially if you have to be vaccinated on Carnival. I could see several people who either do not want to be vaccinated or cannot be vaccinated, or with children. I could see them going to Royal Caribbean for those reasons. So I don't think it's going to be 90% vaccinated cruises for Royal Caribbean out of Florida, but we'll see what happens, of course. So all passengers over the age of 16 have to be vaccinated for the U.S. ports except Florida, okay? So the biggest ports out of Florida, which is Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Port Canaveral, is where they're going to operate from, and you do not have to be vaccinated, okay? Unvaccinated passengers, however, will have some different protocols to go through than vaccinated passengers, okay? I don't know what it's going to look like on check-in. I don't know on board, how do they know that you're unvaccinated? There may be some sort of identifier. Who knows? They will know, okay? But guests who choose not to be vaccinated or not willing to verify their vaccination will be subject to testing, okay? That is both before and after, and maybe even during the cruise, depending on what port they're going to and what local requirements have. Okay? That testing will be done at the passenger's expense. We've heard maybe $50 a test. If that's the case, that's actually not a bad price, but it will be done at your expense, and you will have additional health protocols. Royal Caribbean did not mention masking. I thought that was very interesting in their announcement last week. They did not say that unvaccinated passengers will have to mask. Will they have to mask in certain places? We don't know. But you think that that would have been in their announcement, okay? It would have probably pushed some passengers to go ahead and be vaccinated. Kids not eligible for the vaccines who are under 12 from August 1st will be required to be tested, okay? So if you're under 12, you will have to be tested, but the cost for those kids under 12 will be covered by Royal Caribbean, okay? So it's a catch-22, okay? I hate to push people away from something that you've planned for many months, maybe even years, and that may be a Carnival cruise. But I realize that some families, they have been canceled, and they have no other choice. They're looking at beach trips. They're looking at going to somewhere in the United States when really they want to cruise. If you want to cruise, check out Royal Caribbean. You may have never cruised Royal Caribbean. This gives you an opportunity to do so, okay? You know that we're big Carnival fans here. And so I say that, gritting my teeth because I love Carnival, but at the same time, I want our families and our islanders who follow our content to get what they want. And if they want to cruise, try out Royal Caribbean. Go out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Port Canaveral. Try their ships, okay? Royal Caribbeans are set to sail in July and throughout the summer, 9 of them to be exact. And 4 or 5 of those ships are actually going to be out of Florida, okay? So those of you going on Carnival, you know that you're going or you hope that you're going, we're excited. It's going to be here very soon. And those of you who cannot go or you've been told you can't go by Carnival because you have kids and you could not get the exemption, try Royal Caribbean, go cruising. You will love it, no matter if it's Carnival or Royal Caribbean, and wherever the ship goes, you will love it. We are set to make several announcements this week as news comes to us, and we're also set to start a new series that we'll tell you about later on in the week as well. We're so blessed that we have you as our community, that we engage together on Facebook and right here on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please consider subscribing. It would mean the world to us, and it would ensure that you get notified when we release content. Until next time here, later in the week, I promise a day or two, we will be right back and right here on Island Time.